Hello everyone, Crydox here, and welcome back to pYanodon's Season 3, the Zen Garden Experience. You know, I keep meaning to grab some py2 signs to add here. We gotta do that. I don't think I have any. But I'm gonna add some new names to the Patreon Zen Garden today. We've got 3 names actually, because I've kind of been slacking on this with the chaoticness of my life. Sorry about that. But thank you very much to, drumroll please, the Lelo. Thank you very much, the Lelo, for your support. It is very appreciated. And thank you very much to Sounder for becoming a Patreon member. And last but not least, thank you very much to 2-Bit Sprite for supporting the channel. Seriously guys, Patreon support is so very much appreciated, and I don't want anyone to ever feel obligated to support me on Patreon. My content is free to watch on YouTube for a reason. I know there's ads, but you know, it's free, and if you have YouTube Premium or use other methods of preventing ads, then there are no ads. So that's all great, but you know, the Patreon support is actually even more helpful than it was before in this current season of life. And so I can't thank you guys enough for supporting me. And that's a big part of what's keeping these videos going, even in this season. So thank you for considering being a patron if you're not currently a patron. And if it works for you, then great. And if it doesn't work for you, that's totally fine too. Thank you for viewing these videos. Even that is a huge help. So, with today's episode, we're going to, well, we already did that, right? Set up urea for manure. Did we not do that? Did I not finish it? No, we did. Oh no, is this a, shucks. You know, I remembered seeing these as dark blue now that I'm looking at it. So this hasn't been going yet. Okay, but it will be going soon. And are we not making enough of these incubated petri dishes? You know what? It actually looks like we're not. But that's possibly because petri dishes were too slow in the first place for a while, and we're starting to catch up. What was our usage rate in our science block? Do we remember? 1.1. But then do any of these things require incubated petri dishes? I mean, Zogna does. And that's 1 to 10. So 3 Zogna would be 0.3 petri dishes. That's 1.4 petri dishes. Yeah, I don't know if any of these other things require petri dishes, but those do, and that's 0.4. So now we're up to 1.7. Holy crap. This is not enough. You know, I might need to change to burner assemblers over here, because this is starting to get a bit absurd. But it is a nice ratio, so maybe we'll just extend this a bit. Missing construction robots? What are they all doing? Oh, they're still messing with this freaking sap. Dear goodness, how much sap do we have in the network? We're up to 6,000? Oh gosh. That's no good. That's no good at all. 6,000 sap, good gravy. Okay, so then that's going to boost up agar to... Wait, it still says 1.6, that's not right. Interesting. Does it not combine ghosts and non-ghosts? Seems like it doesn't. That's kind of weird, actually. Anyway, we're adding another 0.8, which needs to add another... Wait, is this not even enough? Oh, I'm sorry. This is separate agar. What is this agar for? What is happening here? What in the hootenanny? Oh, this agar is for these. Right. Okay. Sorry, that's for manure bacteria. And this agar is for this. Okay. And then the consumption rate of seaweed is too dang high. But we're already stacking it. But we're out of seaweed. Ooh. Hey, guess what that means? Either the buffer's too small, or we're out of seaweed, which is only exciting to me because, we're actually not out of seaweed. Okay, so that means this buffer's too small. Unfortunately, I can't really make it better because the stack size is already up to 95. So that what I'm gonna have to do is just extend this another few chests here. Those add 12 stacks apiece. I think 2 more is fine. The train limit of 2 could also be what's getting me in trouble here. Interesting. That could be part of the problem. Though the actual consumption rate is only 2.4 on empty petri dishes, so it's not that frequently we're requesting them. Oh, wrong button. I was like, why is it not working? There we go. Okay, so that's up to 120 stacks, so we should be able to boost this up to... I'll start with 15 more stacks. Let's see where that lands us. Looks like lamps are getting a little low too. But those are consumed pretty slow, but I'll add 1 stack of lamps and 1 stack of wood and 1 stack of those. Do another 2 stacks, get up to 115 stacks out of 120. We still have 5 more stacks available if we need them. Okay, anyway, that is looking good. The urea is now being loaded in, so that's working. And we've got a few more petri dishes coming here. Am I even making enough empty petri dishes? 2.4? Yeah, we're making up to 4 a second, so we'll get there eventually on glass. Hey, glassware finally got backed up. That's positive. That's a pretty big positive. Beautiful. All right, well, so sap trees Mark III are going, and we, oop, I'm in a train. We can finish that out by doing this. Boom. Okay, so what's next? We did that. Vraux will be eventually. I'm still working on upmarking everything though. So let's keep doing the upmarking process. I'm actually really enjoying this. We did seaweed, sap, and trees. I'm kind of working my way up, I guess. We did moondrops. We did Fuoji. And when do I get moss again? Ooh, it's coming. Do I need any? I need xenogenic cells. Ugh, what are those? Okay, they're not that hard to make. It's just oxygen plus some sort of resource. And then I can make pluripotent stem cells, which I can create bones, but that seems so expensive. 40, that's... Oh, no, I just get bones back. No, I can use something like chitin to make xenogenic cells, which was trash otherwise. So the xenogenic cells and the oxygen's basically free. So then the question is it worth using retrovirus to make bones? And the answer is probably no. Oh, and then I need bioscaffold. Never mind, this is a terrible recipe. What is the point of this? Oh, sorry, the point of this is that you can use these to make anything. Interesting. But they're all bad. And specifically chitin, bone meal, and what's sodium alginate again? Just this free stuff, but it's still a lot of free stuff. Make one. Yeah, I feel like those are pretty low on the totem pole as far as being any good. Okay, so let me just look back over here, see how we're doing. I think we're doing okay. Starting to have a little train hiccup, unfortunately. Hopefully the moss keeps rolling here. Oh, disabled by control behavior. Gotta hook those up. There we go. Oh, and what else is hooked up? This inserter? Uh-oh. It actually looks like we made a mistake here. Hasn't mattered, because I haven't ever gotten backed up on all this. But now they are all the way connected across. Okay, perfect. And these are not either. Okay, those are all connected. There we go. And then steam, there we go, there's the last problem. Steam is not connected across. Okay. I think that irons out those issues. Total steam usage could be as high as 340, so I need one more for Nache. We could request steam if we want to. Let's see. I'm okay with this being a low priority request. -2 even, and then we'll just request steam. And then get this here, put steam in here. And remember, steam is 250 steam. And then that puts us at wanting to be... I haven't really done this well, have I? Let's see. Why don't I connect that to that? And then this is a top up into the network to 50%. This is a T-junction. And then this comes down and across somewhere around here. Okay, like this. Okay, so that's steam. Going into here, going to there, going to this network, which is being topped up into by the electric furnaces. Perfect. And I actually am not getting enough water, so I need another one of these. Okay. Cool. That's handled. Now, back to looking at this stuff. So we got Fawoji done, right? Yeah, and we did Moondrop. By the way, we're at 1, 2 Moondrops. Ooh, starting to get there. And Fawoji is still at 0? And we're at, oh my gosh, 420 recipes finished? No, that's terrible. That's awful. 420 with no Fawoji. Ouch. That hurts. And then seaweed is cranking. We're almost backed up on seaweed. I do think I actually want to reduce this down to like, yeah, 200 or so. Because now seaweed Mark 3 is the main thing I care about. So I don't really need a bunch of Mark 2 here. Buffered. And then how's the... Ooh, wait. We're almost done with tree seeds already? I forget, I only needed 3, right? Because 3 seedlings will make 1 tree Mark 2, and 1 tree Mark 2 makes 5 tree seed Mark 2s. Yeah, I only need 3, and I already have 2. And I've only done 200... Okay, well there's some luck. We've gotten double our expected value so far. These are not probabilistic, so that doesn't really matter. These are deterministic. Anyway, okay, so sorry, I'm still catching up here on what I've already done. Back to what I can do. I guess next would be Kicalk. We did sap, so Ralesia and Kicalk are the next ones. And actually the only ones, the rest are animals. Oh, and Tufra. So Ralesia requires the Fawoji Mark II. So I'm gonna have to wait on that one, so let's not do that one first. Let's work on Kicalk. Kicalk breeding for Mark II. No, that needs Kicalk seeds. And the seeds need the Kicalk, so this is the initial. We need Kicalk seeds, Kicalk, clay, CO2, and a crap ton of lamps. Okay. And that's in a Kicalk plantation. And that rolls until we have 4 Kicalk Mark II to get us 5 Seeds Mark II. And the 5 Seeds Mark II is guaranteed to get us 4 more, plus a good chance at some seeds back. What is that? 1.5? No, sorry, well, that's 1.5 regular seeds. It's a chance. It gets 0.5 seeds back. So it's using 4.5 seeds to make an average of 5 Kicalk Mark II, which then each of those produces 1.25 seeds guaranteed. So we use a lot of Flutech PP6 though for that. Remind me where the Flutech PP6 is. Is that here? Yes. It sure is. And why is it not running? Oh, because I have enough artificial blood. What else do I need for this? Rich clay, Kicalk seeds. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do this here. I think I'm gonna do this by the Flutech. So let's see. What we're gonna do is we're gonna move this lamp. We're gonna install an overflow. Let that buffer a little bit. We're gonna take off the restriction. And then we're just gonna set this up here, because I don't really see a reason not to. I am gonna need probably another requester. Yeah, this is pretty tight already. Okay, so we will request strong side request extension, and then we'll do fluid requester extension. I don't remember exactly what we need. I know carbon dioxide's one of them. And then I keep hitting Hellmod. This isn't in Hellmod. Okay. Lamp, Kicalk seed, Kicalk clay. Do we have clay in LTN? Or have I just been making clay on site? do not remember. Seems I'm providing it at a rate of 10 a second. Okay. Alright, so I can just request clay. Where am I in the world? What is this? Oh, that was that thing I designed way back in the day. Alright. Let's get another RoboPort. Okay, is this enough storage to request all of the things I need? Maybe not. I'll get a couple more squares. Actually, why don't I do it this way? I'm just gonna belt things. Oops. Nope, undo. And then we need a Kicalk. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. I'm just not used to remote view. I don't know how many years it's gonna take for my muscle memory to get there. I feel like it's gonna take forever. Okay, so Kicalk Plantation. And we're running this one for now. Eventually we switch over to this one, which then needs rich clay instead of clay. And Flutech, but that's the only difference. We still need the CO2 and we still need the lamps. So that all works out. Speaking of lamps, let's get one up here. All right, so this is Kicalk, T2 request, Kicalk, T2 fluid request, and we're gonna do a request threshold of 10. We need clay, 12 stacks, lamp, 12 stacks. We need rich clay eventually. We'll worry about that later. We need Kicalk seeds and Kicalk. Wow, that got here fast. Oh, that was fluid. Okay, I was like, that's crazy. We got that CO2 immediately. All right, and then Kicalk. Where's the regular stuff? Oh, I did Kicalk space. That always gets me. All right. So there's that. We'll get the filters in a minute. And then CO2. Right here. Water, I'm just gonna directly provide. Plus light. And then Flutech, which we don't even need yet. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit here, but we'll get Flutech accessible here. And weirdly, that was all within building range somehow. Kinda doesn't look like it. Kicalk modules. Is one of these rolling the dice fast enough? I didn't even look. Oof, 0.3 an hour? Oh no, wait. Whoa, whoa. I did not notice that. I did not peg that this is giving me a chance at seeds and the Kicalk Mark II. It's giving me a chance at both. So that means 2% chance at the seeds means it's not going to take that long, because I only need 5 seeds for a guaranteed loop. Okay, that's actually not that bad. 1.2 an hour, so we're probably going to be there in like, well, 4 hours. Okay, that's not terrible. I accept that. I'm a little worried this hasn't received anything yet. Oh no, what? How did that happen? Oh, jeez, because I shift clicked, that's how. Yeah, I built that wrong when I built it. Are these okay? I think these are okay. But that's what is happening with those trains. Apparently we don't have Kicalk plantations in the auto mall either. Ugh, are you having fun? I'm having fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Kicalk plantation Mark 1. And that takes care of the initial process minus plugging everything in. So now we need these guys. And then we need an outserter. And then this guy, input priority left. On the right side, filtered to regular Kicalk. So that means Kicalk needs to be on the right side here. And that recycles the output of this. And then we need the alarm to go off when we either have 4 Kicalk Mark 2s or we have 5 Mark 2 seeds. Sadly, a mixture doesn't help us. We need one of those two. So then we get our alarm, hook that up, bada bomb. We actually need 2, weirdly enough. I mean, I probably don't because the chance that you end up having more than enough Mark II Kicalks before you have more than enough seeds, it's basically a 0% chance. Like, I don't know what the actual chance is, but it's got to be tiny. Like, if I do, sorry, my brain's trying to do the math without actually speaking. Binomial distribution calculator. If I plug in the binomial distribution and we look at probability of success on a trial is 0.02 and we need 5 seeds, so it'd be 1,500 trials? Is that right? No, 250 trials, and then we want 5 successes. The probability of that is 56%. So we have a 56% chance after 250 trials of having enough seeds. Now, the chance of having enough Kicalk Mark IIs, which would be 4 Kicalk Mark IIs after 250 trials, is only 3.7%. So that's the difference, right? There's a 50% chance we have enough seeds and a 3% chance we have enough Kicalks. It is technically possible, though. So we should have 2 alarms. It is technically possible. So seed greater than, well, greater than or equal to 5. Or Kicalk greater than or equal to 4. Okay. And lamp, seed, Kicalk, clay, CO2 is plugged in, I thought. Why is that not showing up? Oh. I connected to the wrong one. Dummied my way into that. Alright. And then the rest don't matter, so that can be lamps. We already have Kicalk, so seeds, clay. And then I think mechanical loaders are fine, right? Yes, very much so. Or mechanical inserters. Mechanical loaders do not exist. All right, so what do we got here? I think we're done. Yeah, it even got modules. Cool. Well, that wasn't too bad. We're not even done with the episode, and we already got a whole plant uplifting setup going. We're right at 250 hours here. And the Decalin will be ready for later. Oh, wait a second. Hold up. That's filling up with artificial blood. Oh, I see what was happening here. Maybe. That's not reading content, so we're fine. Okay, I just want artificial blood less than 30,000. There we go. And albumin. Shoot. Well, this is a way to turn blood into urea before I unlock the recipe. I didn't think about that. That's kind of funny. I could have been doing this the whole time with excess blood. It's a really bad ratio, 500 blood to 5 urea. It's a tenth of the urea I'll get later, but it's still free urea that only costs, oh, it costs a lot of electricity. It costs 258 megawatts of electricity. Oh my, what happened to electricity recently? Oh, it's probably this building, actually. Hold on. Stop the presses! Okay. I very much need a combinator now. Just stop everything. Stop it all. Alright, we very much need this to be measuring artificial blood. This is why I'd done it the other way, by the way. I've now discovered why my old system was the way it was. Old Krydax was not an idiot. Old Krydax knew what he was doing, and I broke old Krydax's system. I was doing it in such a way where I didn't need a combinator. Anyway, and we need to measure artificial blood, and at the same time we need to measure Decalin. Or no, not Decalin, Flutec. Flutec is at least 100. And then we feed that signal into here. And then that's enabled if green is equal to 1. And then that outputs green. Okay. So that way we don't end up making albumin for no reason. Perfect. But we will make Flutec PP6 for other reasons, which is what we need to do for Kicalk eventually. And it's running. Sweet. I'm starting to feel like I need to add more trains again, which is scaring me. Oh, I still need more trains. I've added so many. Train's got a train. Though it's not constantly that I'm running short, to be fair. I'll add 2 more. I don't actually think I need that many more. Because 1 more has a surprising effect on the whole system, right? Because then it means that, like, as soon as I don't have enough the first time, well, now we did have enough, which means the next request is later, which is more likely to have a train that was just finishing things up, already ready. You know, it works out nicely that way. All right, so let's do one of these. I'll do 6 more. Oh, some iron ore over there. Alright, what's next on the uplifting list? We're doing it, y'all. I guess next would be setting up Ralesia, even though I can't make them yet. Oh no, I can. I'm sorry. It's the repro. It's the reproduction loop that needs Phywoji Mark II. Interesting. So Phywoji Mark II, it only costs biomass and fertilizer and hydrogen. I'm not too worried about that. That's easy. And the Mark II spores? How do I make Mark II spores? I do actually consume Phywoji Mark II for that. Okay. Wow, hold on. This is bad. This is really bad. 10 spores only make 2.5 Phywoji. And 2 Phywoji only makes 10 spores. But I just remembered something. You might have already been shouting this at your screen. These have 15% productivity. And where wasn't that a research? Yeah, it was this one. Phywoji spores productivity. Does that apply to Mark II? I hope it does. Or does that only apply to this exact research? I'm actually not sure. Is there another? There is another one. But I don't know if that applies. If it does, that will help this loop a lot. Because right now the loop is consuming 2 out of the 2.5 if there's no productivity, which means it's consuming 80% of the loop to keep the loop going. So that's very bad. So that means every time we craft this, I'm only netting 0.5 Phywoji. Granted, that does only cost me 2 fertilizer and 20 biomass. So that's not really that expensive. And then that 0.5 Phywoji nets me some amount of Ralesia Mark II. What is this? 4 seeds. It's really 3 seeds on average to get me 4 Ralesia Mark II, which then gets me like 7 seeds-ish. 6.5. So we use about half of what we produce, which means this produces 2 Phywoji produces about 2 Ralesia Mark II. Okay, that's not that expensive. It is good to think through all that, at least rough napkin math, to make sure I don't need like absurd amounts of Phywoji Mark II or something. I'm glad I looked at that, but yeah, we can set up the rolling the dice right now. We just need fertilizer, soil, Ralesia seeds and Ralesia, hydrogen, and water. So Ralesia, plantation. I'll run over here and set it up here. Wow, there's something over here. I think it's the spore collectors. Yeah, that's such a deep, or is it these? No, it's the moondrop greenhouses. It's so deep. I actually thought there was thunder outside when I moved to the map view over there for a minute. It's such a deep sound. All right, we're gonna get this hooked up to here, and then hydrogen is. Did I screw this up? I did screw this up. Balderdash. All my free oxygen was wasted. Oh well. Okay, so this needs to be a T-junction. Oh, it already is a T-junction, so we need another T-junction right here. It's kind of interesting that that ended up right next to oxygen. I didn't do that on purpose, but it did happen that way. So we need Ralesia, seeds, soil, and fertilizer. So the soil can easily enough continue on like so. And then the rest can be requested. Don't know what the rates look like once we have resources. It actually is a lot of soil. Okay. The rest are slow though. 0.33, 0.33, and 3 per minute. But this should be a loader. Okay. And then... what's the rate on you? 0.6 an hour? That's fine. I don't need these to be done right now. I just want to get this all set up so that I can wait 10 hours and then be done, right? With this part. I am going to set up the next part. Well, part of me doesn't want to because the next part then will just switch over to this. And then we'll need a botanical nursery to loop back the Ralesia Mk2 to Ralesia Seed Mk2, and then it's in the Ralesia plantation. We grow the seeds plus some pyoji plus some flue gas into that. So I guess I can request flue gas here. Flue gas. Just get that preemptively set up. And that's gonna go up to here. Have that ready to go once we get there. Okay, and then this does output some regular Ralesia. So why don't I do this, filter for regular Ralesia. Send an alarm once we have a certain amount of these. Just 4? Is that right? 5. Once I have 5. Oh no. Oh, it makes 8 seeds, so I can run this twice, which guarantees me 6 back. Okay, we're good, we're good. Once I have 5, we are deterministically done. Okay. And that's the only output. Nothing here spoils. Guess I need Ralesia plantations in my auto mall. I think I have all those ingredients. Sweet. Look at this, already 38 Mark III sap trees. We've got the full 500 or 600 Mark III seaweed. pYoji has given up. Nope, it's just cycling. They're all timed on the same cycle. And I still have not succeeded. We're at 500 products now with 0 successes. Alright. What do we got for the hypergeometric on that? Or, sorry, not hypergeometric, binomial. Probability of success on a trial, 0.005. Number of trials, 500. Number of successes, 0. 8%. We are in the least 8% lucky people for pYoji Mk2 thus far. Gosh, there's gonna be so many alarms over the coming like 10 hours with all these things going. I love it. So now all that's left is Tufra, as far as plants go. Is that right? As far as everything we've researched, I think that's true. Tufra, and then there's some animals we've researched Mk2. There is guar, but we haven't even done stage 1 guar. So I can go straight to stage 2 guar when we start using it. I forget what it's used for. I think it's used for drilling fluid. At least it used to be. That was a long time ago, though. Are there any other stage 2 that's coming soon? Aug stage 2, moss. Oh, moss stage 2. That's what it is. Cotton guts, Corlex. There is sponge stage 2. That's not that expensive. I mean, it's kind of expensive. Zogna is annoying, but I don't get that research anytime soon. There's Yadel's stage 2, but again, I don't get that research anytime soon. And it needs special fungal substrate, which requires improved fungal substrate, which I haven't even made that. Where did that come from? Stage 2 mycology? Where's stage 2 mycology? I assume that's what... Oh, improved. Okay, I can already make it. It's just annoying. Okay, so we'll be able to do Yadel's stage 2 once we get it. But yeah, for the most part, Tufra is all that's left. We'll probably do that in the next episode. And Tufra requires a bunch of random stuff, but nothing crazy. Mostly just manure. And coarse fractions. Oh, I lied. Sorry. No. Yeah, that's the rolling the dice one. The reproductive one, we can't do it yet. It requires phosphoric acid. Wow. That's pricey. And a lot of lime. And biomass and fertilizer. Interesting. Okay. Well, we will be able to do that. All right, by the way, when do I get the thing I'm dreaming of, the course fraction for free? Not until Chem Science. Dang it. I was hopeful this was late Pi2 Science, but it's not. Ugh, it's just such a beautiful way to make course fractions. Anyway, we're gonna call it an episode here. Why are we not done with this yet, by the way? We are gonna call it an episode, but first I gotta make sure we actually have all the ingredients. I think we do, and it's just taking a while. Something seems off. Why do I have no dirt? Or why are no bots delivering dirt? There's 200 bots available. No, I guess it's all correct. It's just taking the inserter forever. Okay. Jeez, 300 soil. Yeah, that is kind of nutty. That's almost 100 seconds, even at that speed. Okay, well that's why it's taking a minute here. Anyway, we are gonna call that an episode. No, wait. What's happening? No, what's going on? What am I doing? That's oxygen. Just did it wrong on both. Really don't know what happened here. Wait, what? Oh. I guess that's right. Weird. Okay, anyway. I don't totally know what happened. Anyway, all right, well, as usual, thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.